Hi Aquarius, welcome back you guys. This is your reading for the third week of December 2020 for your love and romance connection. Okay, so you guys, before we get into the reading, make sure you guys give this video a like. Be sure to comment down below at your earliest convenience, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel if that's something that you've been thinking about doing. Okay, so these readings are focused on love and romance. Okay, so they're focused on your soulmate twin flame connections. And it's just a look at the week in their eyes, but also in your own eyes, kind of, but mainly in their eyes, like through their eyes. How are they seeing the week? All right. You can skip through this part if you like. All right, really exciting. Feels good. All right. All right, my Aquarian friends. Okay, so this person's underlying energy when it comes to this connection is transformation. So this person is transforming in the way that they show up in this relationship, but also in the way that they view this relationship, seeing it from a much higher perspective, or possibly seeing it entirely differently, but it's definitely beautiful and it's high vibrational. So we have here in the distant past for this person the 10 of air, the 10 of swords reverse. So an ending, a tough ending in this person's life, an ending to a very tough cycle. Maybe not the toughest, no, it was a tough ending, right? But it was an ending to a difficult cycle, right? And so in the recent past, we have the messenger of water, which is the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Water. So this person felt guided to walk away from all things that did not serve them. Okay, so whoever person you're asking about, they felt guided to leave behind things that didn't serve them and go after things that they wanted. And this was like a heartfelt based thing, right? Like it felt like it really was kind of out of their control. And it was really just, you know, them following like their higher guidance, but also somebody being very close to their emotions. Like this person is very close to their emotions in the best of ways, like in a way that is really, really beautiful. And they really follow their heart. Their heart is open and they follow their heart. Like they can't explain it sometimes. So with the 10 of swords reversed here, this was a tough ending, but I feel like it really led this person into your life, or it led this person into the direction that they're going in that's going to better benefit the connection. And so this could have been an argument between the two of you guys. I don't want to get too much into it, right? But it definitely was something that crossed emotional boundaries, kind of made one or both people in this connection depressed, but definitely triggered people to recognize how they feel and to make sure that they value their emotions, you know, and that their happiness. Okay, so we have this Knight of Water because of a tower moment. So this was a shedding of an old paradigm. They definitely let go of a lot. Seeing here definitely in the recent past letting go of a lot. But in the distant past, this was the event of letting go of a lot. So this distant past energy is what's feeding up to the present energy. And the present energy is the Two of Wands reversed. So this person is expanding past where they are. They could have made a decision already to go in a particular direction, and they feel as though they're locked into this decision and they will not take another decision. And what is this about? It's about the Five of Wands. It's about expansion. It's about an expansion that comes from within that is ultimately beautiful, but sometimes it starts off kind of chaotic. It's like artistic expansion. But with this Two of Fire energy, they began to expand, you know? They may have even wanted to partner up in this relationship with you. This could have even been it, right? The Knight of Cups could have been them meeting you, but first they were kind of following their heart, and then now the two of you guys are together. But some of you guys, you know, you're just asking about somebody, and this is what's going on in their life and how they're feeling about this relationship. And you feel like their viewpoint on the relationship, it was always good. They always saw it in a very beautiful light, and they always saw it as something that they wanted to pursue. But now it's expanding more, and it feels like it's beyond their control. You know, but it's not really. Like if this person was a little more in tune with the situation, they would know that it was them thinking it's beyond their control is, you know, kind of listening to hearsay. But, you know, since this person, but, you know, it's because of the fact that they needed to look deeper and past things that you can see with the bare eyes. All right. So this is like looking past temptation. But I also feel like for some of Aquarians, you guys are their temptation, but not many of you guys. A lot of you guys, it's just like fears that they are expanding past. Yeah, this is what it is. It's just fears that they're expanding past, but it's in such a unique way. Doing things they never would have normally done, or letting go of things that previously held them back in this connection, or just in life in general. So in their conscious thoughts and their desires is a four birth. This person's really just not willing to let this go, but they're also not really able to or willing to, share certain things, right? They're kind of in a lackful place, a little bit of a place where they're kind of seeing lack, but possibly it could be because that's what they're meant to see. Sometimes life puts us in situations, or we end up in situations where we experience lack, and it's because we're supposed to look to the things around us. And so they're really looking to the things around them, and they see the value in the things around them, and they're very proud of the things around them. So, maybe this relationship isn't exactly how they want it to be, but they are very confident that it can be whatever the two of you guys want it to be. And they're definitely not willing to compromise or let the situation go. But I also see this person, kind of working with what they have, and not forcing themselves to do more than they need to, because I feel like some aspects of the situation is rather out of their hands. So it's like, okay, since it's out of their hands, they are just dealing with what's around them, and we have the King of Fire and the Queen of Fire with the Judgment energy. So maybe they could be taking action, and possibly this lackful energy around them is showing up so that they take the spiritual nudge to do more or to take action. And that's definitely why the present energy is a Two of Wands reverse. So it definitely feels like an expansion in this person's life that's beneficial, but they may not really see it that way in the beginning, or it's like, it just kind of feels like it's thrusted upon them. They may not really think that this is something that they wanted to do on their own. Like they may feel like, well, this isn't really something I wanted to get up and do, but it's something that they kind of have to do if they want to keep something going, if they want to make something right, if they want to do the right thing, or if they want this expansion. Or for a lot of them, they don't fully even understand why they want to expand in some way, shape, or form, but they're doing it. But they're also bearing in mind that energy of what they're not willing to let go of, right? And there's certain things that they're just not willing to let go of. And I do believe for Aquarius, a lot of you guys, this one of these things that they're not willing to let go of is you, but this is on their mind heavily. And it's because they're making a judgment call. And they need to make a judgment call on their ability to create, but also on their ability to put behind things that are negative, right? So this is not the negative cycle that they're coming out of, and they kind of need to really accept that and understand that within themselves, and just not just appreciate it, but just accept it and let it really penetrate deep inside of them, that they're no longer in that like war zone type energy that they found themselves in the past, for whatever reason or the other, and maybe they didn't understand why, but they're not in that energy anymore. And so they need to like really accept that they deserve to be happy, because it wasn't any of their fault. So in the near future, this person is having the Seven of Fire energy when it comes to this connection. They're very defensive towards any energy that is kind of overrunning the ability for the two of you guys to operate properly in this connection, or the ability for the two of you guys to be together. I see somebody becoming very defensive over this relationship, and the reason why is because there's a leap of faith being taken, and so they know that they need to not allow those negative thoughts and ideations to take over, because it's not in alignment with them, and it's just coming from that previous cycle, and it's coming from the things that they ran away from in that previous cycle, but also things that it's fine that they walked away from it, because I feel like whatever these things were that they ran away from, it really had nothing to do with them. Like it was just really something external from them that was very unjust. It was very unjust, and it was something that really hurt their heart, and it really caused them to feel detached from their individuality and detached from their star, which is you. And also it brought a lot of injustice to the connection, and so they really need to let this energy go, and they know that they do, but they're also overcoming like just kind of energies, people, situations that are trying to keep you guys apart in some way, shape, or form. For a lot of you guys, it could be physically, but for others of you guys, it could be emotionally, mentally, whatever. They're battling it, and they're going to see victory in this. It feels like they're overcoming some paranoia when it comes to trusting in this connection and trusting in things, all right? And this is coming because of the Five of Cups, so it's coming because of some regrets that they feel like they may have, but they also need to take a look at Five of Water, right? So Five of Water is like emotions that, or things that we lost. But is it really a loss, you know? And they're realizing that it wasn't really a loss, and they had to really accept it. Fives are changes, and I noticed that it can be kind of hard to move past them, you know? And it's something I'm working to understand, you know? It's something I'm really dedicating a long time of my life to understand, because I want to study this to understand human emotion. And so I know that this person will get through this energy here, but I do think that there's some relinquishing of control and power and trust. Like, this person definitely needs trust. And also, summing up this energy here, we have the Empress. So this person is seeing the value, your value, the value of this connection, the worth of it. And they always have, but there could also be something that kind of signifies an increase in this relationship, where there is like more abundance being shared in this connection between the two of you guys, or also just more love being kind of shared to you. Like, this person is more open with you emotionally, more willing to open up and share what's on their heart or on their mind, or wanting to know what's on your heart or on your mind. But either way, this person's opening up, and it's happening because of a transformation. They're kind of a recluse, whoever this person is. They kind of like to stay to themselves, and they're also not very used to expressing themselves. And so, or they're not very used to expressing themselves, and they're not very used to taking bold sorts of actions like this. You know, even though they did this in the recent past, this is another bold action that's even bolder. And you know, for them, it's even bolder to them. And so it's gonna take a little bit. But either way, they're really handling this, they're juggling this well, and they are seeing the ability for this connection to manifest and to expand, to grow bigger, how it has potential to be whatever they want it to be, or how it has potential to just grow. But also, they could be battling some fears here that are maybe kind of what, if you're finding that things are a little difficult, or, you know, anything that you have a concern about, they're dealing with some fears, you know. And so fear makes people act all types of ways, right? And we just kind of have to have compassion, because we all deal with fear from time to time, and it makes us do things that we wouldn't normally do. But there's a reason for everything, I always say. All right, so Aquarius, that is your love reading for the week in the perspective of your person. This is kind of what's going on with them. Expansion. They follow their heart. Shit was really rough in the distant past, right? And that's why it's kind of hard for them to expand in this case, because of this tough ending here that they haven't fully let go, but they don't realize it's nothing that they did, you know? That was just kind of what was in their environment. That was kind of what they were, you know, being dealt with. And then also, that's causing them to kind of want to hold on to things and, you know, make themselves smaller when they know they want this expansion. And that is happening. But then in the near future, they're going to get a hold of this, and they're going to kind of, you know, get back on the horse and really stand and man their ground, and not be, you know, dwindling and whatever, kind of like struggling to stay in their own energy, or stay in their own, how do I even say this? What am I even saying? But they're struggling to stay in their own, they're not going to be struggling to stay in their own vibration. Like, oh, okay, that's what you're dealing with over there. That's nice. This is what I'm dealing with over here, you know? And like, they got to get better at that. All right. At least they want to. That's what I have for you guys. Aquarius, I just heard Sagittarius. If some of you guys, this person is a Sagittarius, right? That's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. So if you guys haven't already, be sure to like, comment down below. This is the perfect time to do so. And also, subscribe to the channel if that's something you've been thinking about doing. All right. And if you want to connect me further, my other socials are on the are in the description bar down below. Now, if you choose to subscribe, I do upload weeklies every Friday, and it goes by likes. So if I don't upload all of them on a particular Friday, then, you know, later on in the coming days, I'll upload, you know, usually like the lower likes, they get their readings last, the higher likes, they get their readings first. So that's why it's also really important to like the video. And if you hit the bell, you always know when I'm uploading, because sometimes I might upload different things. And also I do monthlies here on the channel, so you don't miss those. All right, you guys, Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me. All right, it's kind of a long day. I did a lot today, so that's why I'm kind of like tired. But I'm really in tune with your messages, and I'd rather be in tune with the message than kind of not be focused and get a little distracted. All right, God bless you guys, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.